What's the worst thing that happened when you swapped phones? We both laughed when we said we should swap phones for a day, but only one of us meant it. It started as a joke when we saw a couple on TikTok do it, and she turned to me and told me I'd never handle it. And I laughed and told her she should go first, and she said it was a deal, like she'd been waiting for me to suggest it. But the moment she handed me her phone, I felt something, not in her words, but in her fingers because she didn't want to let go. I gave her mine without thinking twice because I had nothing to hide. My phone was boring, work emails, mom's texts, and way too many dog videos. But when I took hers, the screen was still warm from her grip, and she watched me like I was holding her diary. She told me the password and added no snooping through old stuff, but the way she said it made me want to look at everything. The first hour was normal. She scrolled through my phone laughing at my saved memes while I answered her texts from friends. But then her ex messaged, not just hi or how are you, but I miss you with a heart emoji. I showed her, and she rolled her eyes and told me to ignore him because he always did that. So I did. But then he sent another one asking if she was alone tonight. I typed back that she was with her boyfriend and watched her face change. She told me not to send that and grabbed for her phone, but I already hit send. She said I was being jealous and making her look bad. But something felt off because why would saying she had a boyfriend make her look bad? That's when I noticed she had two Instagram accounts. One was normal with our photos and her friends, but the other one had a different username, and when I clicked it, my stomach dropped. It was full of videos from the past month. Videos of her at clubs I didn't know she went to. Videos of her dancing with guys while I was working night shifts. And in one video from last week, she was kissing someone at a bar. She saw my face and tried to explain saying it was for content, and her friend ran a party page and asked her to help promote it. She said the kiss meant nothing and was just for the video. But I kept scrolling and found messages between her and the page owner. Messages about how her boyfriend didn't need to know and how she looked good with Tyler from the video. I stood up to leave, but she blocked the door saying we needed to talk. She said I invaded her privacy and had no right to snoop. I reminded her this was her idea, and she literally told me to use Instagram. But she kept saying I went too far and was twisting things. That's when my phone in her hand started ringing. She looked at the screen and her face went white. She turned it around to show me, and it was a call from someone named Sarah with heart emojis. But I didn't know any Sarah. She answered it on speaker, and a woman's voice said, "Hey babe, I'm outside your apartment like you asked." My apartment. But I was here at her place. She hung up and we both stood there in silence. Then she got another text on my phone from the same Sarah saying she could see my car wasn't there and asking if I was coming. The messages before that were even worse. Apparently I'd been texting this Sarah for weeks, saying my girlfriend was controlling and I needed space and couldn't wait to see her tonight. But here's the thing. I'd never seen those messages before. They weren't there an hour ago when she had my phone, which meant she added them. She created a fake contact and fake conversation while I was discovering her real secrets. She wanted protection in case I found something, a weapon to use against me. I looked at her and she was already crying, saying we both made mistakes and could work through this. But I just laughed because only one of us was acting. I took my phone back and deleted Sarah right in front of her. Then showed her how the messages had timestamps from the last 20 minutes when she was supposedly finding my secret girlfriend who didn't exist. The phone swap was never about trust. It was her way of controlling what I'd find by making sure she had something worse to throw back at me. But she didn't count on me checking when those messages were sent. I left that night and she sent me 47 texts saying I was wrong about everything. But I didn't read them because I had a new password. And she'd never guess it because it was the name of the guy she was kissing in that video. The one she said meant nothing. Turns out he meant everything to her because she's dating him now. And according to her Instagram, the one she thought I didn't know about, they've been together for 2 months. Which is funny because we only broke up 1 month ago.